Hi, Chandni. It's been
Hi,
some time,
Regina.
Yeah, at least
How are
4 months.
you?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Actually, we at the platform, with the IOH platform, we constantly interact. You guys become a part of our family. you know, like we know everything about you, a lot of things about you. We keep
Mhm.
interacting a lot. It's nice, actually. It's good that you kind of followed the recommendation. You lost weight and you kind of achieved your healthy or goal weight, and
Yes.
it's a beautiful journey. And also, when a client goes through a journey which is without a lot of struggle, there are people who goes through with a lot of ups and downs. When
Yeah.
there is not too much of struggle, we also feel very happy about it, because it's a kind of a less stressful journey, both the parties, actually. That is one of your journey is one of that, actually. And Chandni, can you just give a short description about yourself?
Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Chandni. I am based in Jakarta, Indonesia. I spent about 8 years of my life abroad in different countries. I came back to Jakarta in 2015, and that was when I realized that I need to make some severe changes to my lifestyle, because living abroad, it's all about like getting food on the go. It's all about junk food. And I realized when I came back, I'm like, oh crap, everyone around me is so skinny. Like, what am I doing, right? It's this huge human who's walking around overweight, very unhappy, very unhealthy. And I decided that was the time to kind of make a drastic change in my lifestyle. And also the fact that I had a cousin's wedding kind of topped up the whole thing. It just became that boost that, okay, you need to lose weight for the wedding. And that happened back in 2016. So I went into a drastic weight loss where I lost approximately, I would say, about 15 to 17 kilos over a span of six to 8 months. Did a crash diet, barely at about one meal a day, worked out 6 days a week, and yes, lost all the weight. But once the workout stopped, started eating back normal, and I gained, I would not say the entire weight back, I'd say about 6 to 7 kilos over the years. So that's been there up until last year where the lockdown happened. I'm like, okay, time to make a change, time to see
Yeah.
what can be different, what can we do. And that was when IOH came in. So yeah, that's been my journey up
Yeah,
until this
there
year.
is a recollection for me. I remember you discussing with me about your, crash diet journey. Yeah, wonderful. And when you are currently, when you were going ahead with these crash diet programs, it was majorly a dietary restriction to lose calories, right? That was
Yeah,
there in your mind. But once you joined IOH, I think you that would have changed the perspective about the overall eating pattern, right? It's not just
correct.
about
Yeah.
eating, your sleep, your stress, everything is interconnected. That you would have got a understanding. So when you were making those adaptations, especially with we keep insisting on like eating large portion of vegetables and fruits, what was the major difficulties you faced in different aspect of lifestyle, whether it is dietary adaptation or physical activity or other aspect of lifestyle? What was the difficulties you face, major difficulties, actually?
Okay, I think for me, I would narrow it down to two or three options. The first being because the fact that we were all working from home, that kind of whole, walking around the office and just climbing upstairs, up and down, going out, that all became very very restricted, right? So then we kind of stopped. Um, the physical movement became very sedentary with time. In a sedentary, just you get up, you're on your bed, you open your laptop, you're at work, you shut down your laptop, you're done with work. So that kind of became the lifestyle for a few months. There was very very minimal physical activity, and because we were all home at the same time, um, a lot of junk food started coming around. Like a lot of people started making food at home, and they started these home-based catering. So it's all about, okay, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this. So a lot of that kind of came into, I don't know if I would say that was a struggle or a challenge, but yes, that was one of the very, very big factors that happened during that time. Um, so it started time like trying different things and resisting all those temptations, maybe just having like a bite or something, just to try. Or weekend used to be a binge, but that was to of the major challenges that I think I faced during the entire lockdown. And then once we started going back to work slowly for a couple of months, because we got so bored of having home cooked food for the entire time that we were home, it just came, okay, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this. Let's like, explore this restaurant, that restaurant. Of course, I would still pick the healthiest option whenever I could, but because it was a sudden change of uh, lifestyle, I would say, to again go back to being physical and being all around, the temptation to want to have something sweet, something junk, all that came along the way. So if I had to name my top three, it would have been that. Food
Excellent.
being the priority.
Excellent. Is there any other issues like, like some of these youngsters of your age normally have late nights and they eat, like after dinner, they kind of keep on munching some food. I mean,
Definitely. Because we all started resorting to working from home, right? Your timings kind of got very, very messed up. So a lot of times you'd be up to like 1:30, 2 a.m. working. And by the time 10:30, 11 happens, you're like, okay, I want something to snack. What can I have now? Let me grab that pinch of ice cream that's sitting in the fridge, or, that bar of chocolate or something. Because you just wanted to stay awake, right? So either it was junk food, or it was coffee under the pretense of, okay, I'm having coffee, but it's actually milk filled with like lots of sugar and a lot of like very unhealthy stuff into it. So I guess, yes, the fact that we all stayed up at night, um worked till like 1:32 a.m., that whole dynamic, that whole sleeping pattern changed as well. uh, because by the time we went to sleep it was like 2 or 2:30, and then we woke up only at 10, and suddenly you're at work, and that's it. Like that whole system has officially changed. And by the time we're done with work, you just like, okay, I'm done for the day. You just want to nap for a bit, and then the whole cycle again goes
yeah.
haywire. Stuff.
I know. I know actually, but how did you get over this kind of sleep eating cycle? Especially during lockdown. Definitely our support is one aspect of it, but other than how did you mentally tune yourself? Is it the calorie or the feedback which is coming helping you, or you mentally started tuning yourself with our guidance? Like how did it happen actually?
I think it is a combination of all three as well. Because when I started changing my diet routine, or as you guys would term it, your new lifestyle routine, that had a lot of impact. I started seeing the way my clothes fit. I started feeling a little bit more energized, and it became so that by the time 10 or 10:30 stroke, I was tired. Like I was ready for bed. I think that kind of helped also in terms of like the munching and all the junk eating at night. Also, like again, right, whatever said and done, it's about how you look in the mirror, how you feel. When people compliment you and they say, oh, you've lost so much weight, you look really, really good. That is, I think that kind of becomes an inspiration as well, and you end up wanting to change things for the better and actually look good and maintain that. So yeah, so I guess that is also one thing that kind of like,
So I think definitely most of the people, the initial lows is what is giving people that boost, the
yeah.
spirit to go further. That's a wonderful thing. During this lifestyle adaptation, other than losing weight, have you noticed anything else better? Like you started sleeping better. There are people who says that they started sleeping better, their constipation got better. I mean, their constipation got relieved, or they feel that their focus and concentration got better, the emotional state got better. Have you started feeling anything little different, not like 1 month, at least 2 months down the line? Have you started feeling anything better
um
other than the
I
weight?
I think more than anything else, my sleeping pattern got a lot better. I don't know about the fact that whether I've always had constipation issues, so for me that is something that I've not really seen a major drastic change on. But for me, it's more of like that psychological impact that has really, really gotten a boost
Excellent.
again. So that has been really well. And again, right, this like confidence is key. So the more I was confident with how I was looking and how I was feeling, it became a lot easier to kind of push that confidence into other areas of my life. But there was work,
Excellent.
it was, uh, dealing with everything, that kind of really, really helped.
Excellent, excellent. So basically, this losing weight and the kind of confidence. I remember you sending photographs of your transformation. We came, that time only we realized how people are, like actually even slightest reduction of 2 to 3 kg itself, we feel so good, the waistline coming down. That is the major part of your, like that is what you changes you to become more confident, more productive, and things like that, right? Maybe the other aspect of lifestyle also would have played a role, but this is what you emphasize on, because that's very important part of being you. And do you feel any other changes you need in your lifestyle other than the diet and maybe exercise you're still need to get into the recommendation, right? Yeah,
I
but
will
that's
just do
okay.
that for a while.
I know,
Um,
but it's an incremental change. You can always bring in that change. Yeah.
I guess in terms of emotional, yes, of course. Again, like I said earlier, it's all about the confidence and everything. When you see the scale tips the other way, of course, that emotional boost automatically happens. But yeah, I guess it's true, right? They say like what you eat kind of defines who you are. I realized I got a lot calmer. I was a lot more I don't know if stable would be the right choice of word at this point, but it was just a lot more focused and a lot more calmer. Like I realized my mood swings during the day disappeared, or at least reduced by a significant amount. As a lot more stable throughout the day. So I guess that kind of helped.
Excellent. Two more questions. One is actually, what do you feel, like people of your age who are working women who are conscious about their looks, like they have, you have everything to be,
Yeah.
on your, basically you have everything where if you want to go to a gym, you can immediately go, you can, diet, whatever a healthy diet you can follow, all these things are there. But what is the reason why people of your age, your kind of profile are still putting on weight, piling on weight?
I can't generalize and say that everyone goes through the same thing or this is what happens to everyone else. But for me personally, it was just that entire thing, right? Like you're out for work, you're with your colleagues who are, I wouldn't say 100% healthy, health conscious kind of a thing. Some of them are genetically blessed with like maybe a small build so they can eat whatever junk they want and they're still fine. And some of us are like, fine, it's the pressure of the work, you gotta sit, you gotta munch. I guess it's more about the company that you're in as well. And it's always that I call it the 3:30 itis. So when it strikes 3:30, you're like, okay, I need a cup of caffeine to get through my day. And again, right, it goes back to whether am I going to look for a cheap source of caffeine, or am I going to look for something expensive that is maybe a lot, I don't know if cleaner will be the right word for this, but like let me just give you a quick comparison, right? Like a simple cup of iced coffee with milk and with lots of sugar comes down to 18,000. So I would say that's about
200.
60,
Mhm.
600 INR.
Yeah, around 100, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, about that much. And then you go for like an oat milk coffee that has zero sugar, no additions, good quality coffee, that automatically goes up to like 60,000. So that I would say it's about 300 rupees. So again, right, that major change also affects what you're willing to spend on, because not a lot of people spend on a cup of coffee for 300 rupees every single day, whereas you still get the same kick from the 100 rupees and you get uh, the sugar and the coffee and all the rush. But the only thing is, again, am I looking for a healthier lifestyle? I am personally lactose intolerant, so for me to get 18,000 coffee doesn't make sense because I can't have dairy anyway. But for a lot of people, given the option, they're like, why would we switch when we can get the same feel or like the same boost with like a much cheaper thing? Also, if you're looking for like snacks, say midday, right? You get maybe, let's say, a bowl of like, say, like KFC nuggets or like a burger that comes out maybe for like 50K, and then you get a bowl of salad which is something healthier, which again comes down to double the price. So again, what am I going to look for if I'm living by myself? Am I going to look for something like a salad that's double the price and 3 hours later I'm like, I want food? Or am I going to spend that budget having two meals with a much cheaper option? Guaranteed it's not the healthier option, but again, money plays a very significant role, right? In this context, at least. And a lot of us don't live at home. So am I going to bother to go grocery shopping, prep my own meals and do all that? Or am I just going to grab something from outside that will fill me up, that is cheap and it's easily accessible? So I guess that's one factor which we all kind of look and be like, okay, it's this a more feasible option, to say the least.
Wonderful point you brought in.
But it's a lot easier. At least it's one of the things I have been going through.
I think it's a wonderful point you brought in. See, what we need to understand is the easily available, the cheaper options currently are the ones high calorie. The industry has to
Exactly.
change. Industry
Yeah.
has to bring in low calorie, nutritious food at a lower cost. Especially like for a global or a societal transformation. Actually, it's
Right.
wonderful.
Like, you know this, right? Like, I remember talking to you. I'm like, can I just have a glass of juice or a glass of boost, something like that. But yes, it's a lot more filling. But again, it's all fruit juice, right? Which is easily,
Correct.
or I wouldn't say easily, I'd say easier to access as opposed to eating fresh foods every afternoon.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So even that kind of has, it
Huge
is
impact.
definitely healthy. It's still juices and everything, and it's all natural. But again, whether you're eating it or you're drinking it, I think that also has significant difference, right?
Exactly. True. What is your advice to people who want to take up these transformations, either with IOH or any other lifestyle medicine company, when you're thinking
Um,
about?
I would say the first comes from them. It's always, it's always us who's taking that first step. And to actually realize that, it doesn't take a month, it doesn't take 6 weeks, it takes a lot longer to do that. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes everything that you're willing or not willing to do. Again, it's a lot easier to say, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to go on a crash diet, or, forget it. I'm going to like have some pills, take up all of that. It's a lot easier. But then again, it's all about making that lifestyle change, right? And whether or not you can be consistent after you finish the program, I think that's the bigger challenge as opposed to doing it during the program. So I think thankfully with programs like this one, you've got support from yourself, Dr. Prapti, Dr. Lakshmi, and all that stuff, which kind of motivates you throughout the time. But I think once you're done with the program, like now, then it becomes a lot harder, right? Just consciously, then you have to think, okay, what am I taking? Is this healthier or is this not healthier? Again, I think the choice starts from us. The decision starts from us. No matter what the people around you say, no matter what, everyone says, oh, you got to lose weight. But if you don't want to take that first step, it's not going to happen. I think you're on mute.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We are just facilitators, actually. Doctors, nutritionists. The team is just facilitating your journey. It's the decision has to come from you, and it's where you start, actually.
Yeah. And
Thanks a
again, like
lot.
one other thing is you need a very strong support system that comes from within your circle of friends and your family. Because when you go out to eat with them, and then it's like, I can't have this, I can't have that. And if they are not supportive in whatever you're doing, I'm like, you know what, one cheat meal is not gonna change anything. But if your support system is very, very strong, then they will be, okay, you know what? No, don't have this. We'll find a better option. Or we'll go find a place or a restaurant where you can eat, where you can get healthy options. So it doesn't always have to be junk eating. So I think that's also one thing that is important. Your support system is key. You're on mute. I think you're on mute.
Yeah. The whole
Yeah,
environment plays a role, actually. Like your own
definitely.
determination, your own current status, your parents, your family, friends, all these things matters. Actually, the whole society has to come together to make this
Yeah,
change. Wonderful, Chandni. We will catch up soon because I want to have some more interviews with you regarding a few more topics that will come up soon.
definitely.
Meanwhile,
Sounds great.
I'll stop the recording. Thank you so